we've got a go-go power ranking segment that we had you put together for, and I wanted to know this. I want to say, we got in the last week, we're heading in the last week of the NHL regular season. Who are the teams that are for real and who are not? So go power rankings, Danny Burke's NHL power rankings 1 through 10. Let's talk these through, buddy. I'm pretty shocked about the number one team.
Oh, yeah. Big outlier here. Boston Bruins have a chance of making history. Yes, obviously, they are number one on my top 10 NHL power rankings list. And look, a lot of this also has to do with maybe not value as much, but obviously how the playoffs are going to look for them. But Bruins, number one. You don't really have to say too much. They've been the best team by far. Ullmark's going to win the Vezina. This team is absolutely dominant. So they come in at number one for my power rankings in the NHL. Number two, Kelly Bidlin. Call me biased if you want, but hey, Andy McNeil and I on VSiN's Hockey Betting Podcast both invested in the futures market with this Edmonton team.
Okay.
But look, the Western Conference is wide open. Edmonton has a completely dominant offense led by Connor McDavid. You've got Draisaitl there. You picked up some key defensive pieces around the trade deadline. And even though their defense still isn't top-notch necessarily, Kelly, they're able to make up for it because of how much studliness they have offensively and how pure they can be on that side of the puck. Stuart Skinner's a solid goaltender. He's not necessarily going to take anywhere by himself, but again, because of the prowess that is exemplified on the offense, they are a great team, and the conference is allowing them to have a great path this year. So the Oilers come in number two.
I love it, Danny. I need you to stop right there, though, because there's a dog behind you in your shot, and I think we all need to see the dog. Is this your dog? I'm assuming this is your dog.
Yes, it is my dog. She's posted up. I don't even know if you could see her.
Oh,
there you go. You get a little head. That's my dog, Mona.
She helped you
She's
prep
getting
for
anxious.
shows?
Yeah, a little bit from time to time. She wants me to bet the underdogs. Sorry, that was too corny. I'll see myself out.
You know, somebody who makes a lot of corny jokes around here. That was good, Danny. I appreciate that.
We'll get back to the power rankings then, I guess.
Kelly had one earlier, so
yeah, that's right. All right,
his was a lot better.
Oilers 10-1. I like it. We're starting off hot at number 2. Number 3, the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, so their current odds 9-1 right now, and I get it. Look, the Maple Leafs bring a lot of baggage. They kind of have the cursed notion behind them, and they're a tough team to back. But statistically and roster-wise, they have the tools to be contending with the Bruins in the Eastern Conference, Kelly. I mean, Samsonov has been really great between the pipes. Offensively, they're about as good as anybody. And it's just like, if they can just stop beating themselves up in the playoffs, they can easily get to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I really like this Maple Leafs team. They got the Lightning in the first round, which we know how Tampa Bay goes in the postseason, but Tampa Bay is not the same this year, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But I got the Maple Leafs at the number 3 team, Kelly. Number 4, Colorado Avalanche. Yes, defending Stanley Cup champs. It's hard to replicate success in hockey. We know this. They're still the Avalanche at the end of the day. Georgiev is a really solid goalie. The proof is in the pudding with him. You're in an open conference. The value isn't there to bet them necessarily, and they've been banged up all year, so I don't think they win it. But just out of pure respect and talent, you got to have them top 5. So I got the Avalanche at number 4. Number 5, the Rangers. Now, this is debatable from this point on, of course. The whole list is debatable, but the Rangers being at number 5, they've added a lot of pieces. Patrick Kane, most notably. Shesterkin is starting to get informed these past couple of months. Mm-hmm. He was the huge piece to them having success in the playoffs last year, and if he's getting hot once again, we know what it's all about, riding a hot goalie going into the postseason, but now they have the talent around them offensively. So Rangers, number 5. Hurricanes were the team to compete with the Bruins, but they haven't been as consistent. Their goaltending situation is kind of all over the place. I don't know who they're going to trust in the postseason. Svechnikov placed on the IR in the middle of March. That's a huge piece they're going to lose. So, look, you give them respect still, but that's a big miss. So they fall to number 6 for me, Kelly, the Carolina Hurricanes, so you can get at 10-1 to win the Stanley Cup. Number 7, the Devils did a complete 180 from last year to this year. Vanacek has been great. They have a really good offense. They're going to compete and be feisty. They probably won't get incredibly far, but again, they earned the spot in the top 10. Number 8, the Kings, also a team that kind of did a flip around. Korpisalo, awesome in the net. Copley, awesome in the net for the Kings. Who are you going to start? Well, you could probably go either and be okay. They play really well on the road, too. Now, I know their stretch in this back half hasn't been promising, but I think they'll figure it out in the postseason, and they have the strength to compete with most people in their respective conference. Then number 9, the Tampa Bay Lightning, Vasilevsky, amazing in the postseason. Yep. I just think this team gets really weary once you get, like we saw it last year. How much more can they take? It's been an awesome run with this team, but I think they'll fall short once again. But Vasilevsky still have the capability of going far. He puts you in the position to succeed. But like I said, I like the Maple Leafs in their respective series, so that's why they're still a little bit farther down. And then number 10, because out of the West, his team's kind of forgotten about. Jake Ottinger, the goalie for the Stars, helped carry them in the postseason. And the reason I put the Stars over a team like the Wild in the Western Conference is because the Wild don't have anybody offensively to help them out. The Stars do have those pieces. So the Stars could be a sneaky team we forgot about with great goaltending and studs on the offensive side to where they can crack the top 10 and you can get them 14-1 to win the Stanley Cup, Kelly.
Okay, one follow-up question on these. I do not see the Vegas Golden Knights, even though they are at the top of the standings in the Western Conference.
Boo him.
Look, I got
no chance? Is there no chance, Danny? I know they're dealing with injuries and stuff like that. Are we really writing them off in the Western Conference?
Yeah, I think they've been, playing a little bit over their head right now. I mean, you look at their expected goals allowed per 60 to last month. It's over 3, which is bottom 6 in the NHL. And their goaltending situation's all over the place. I haven't been that high on this team this entire season, and I get they've been fun. Look, I got VGK gear from living out there in Vegas. I got nothing against them, Wyatt and Kelly, but I just think they're a little bit – again, they're just playing over their heads right now, and they'll come back down to reality in the postseason. Don't care for the goaltenders this season. You mentioned the injuries. That's the reason that it's going to be a pass for me on VGK.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.